Hi kids, today we want to talk about grammar. I really like to write, so I need to have good grammar. Let's begin. Okay kids, let's do advanced grammar. Okay, let's begin. Take out your pink. We're going to color the subjects of the sentences we are going to change. Alright, so here we have she. 18, she. All right, 19, let's draw a star. 20, star. 21, star. 22, star. These are special, okay? 23, Arthur. 24, Paul. 25, the pond. 26, Jackie. 27, the teacher. 28, Tom. Okay? Now, we're describing Tom, we're describing she, we're describing she, we're describing the pond, we're describing Paul, here we're describing Arthur, alright? And here we're describing the old woman. Alright, now, take out your orange. Let's color the verbs that we need to change. All right, so was walking, number 18, was walking. 23, was running. All right, 24, wore. All right, 25, is teeming. 26, shuffled. 27, relied. 28, felt. Okay, now remember, we first need to change the verb to the present participle verb. All right, let's go. 18, we saw an old woman. She was walking up the path. Okay, I don't need this she. All right, we have was walking is to walk. Okay, change this to the present participle verb, walking. We saw an old woman walking up the path. We saw an old woman walking up the path. Number 23, I saw Arthur at noon. Arthur was running for the bus. All right, I don't need this Arthur. All right, this is was running. Change this to run. Present participle verb, R-U-N, consonant, vowel, consonant, double N, I-N-G, running. Now listen carefully. I saw Arthur running for the bus at noon. I saw Arthur running for the bus at noon. All right, 24. Paul loved his boxing gloves. Paul even wore his boxing gloves to bed. Okay? This Paul out, I don't need that. All right, I have wore, that is to wear. All right. This is wearing. All right, now listen carefully. Paul wearing his boxing gloves to bed loved his boxing gloves. Or I can say Paul loved his boxing gloves, comma, even wearing them to bed. All right, that's a better sentence. All right. His boxing gloves, and here's his boxing gloves. So I can change this one to them. All right, one more time, listen. Paul loved his boxing gloves, comma, even wearing them to bed. That's a better sentence. Paul loved his boxing gloves, comma, even wearing them to bed. Okay. 25. I know of a pond. The pond is teeming with fish. All right. This out. Okay. This is teeming. It is to teem. And that is teeming. All right. Here's a problem. We need to change that to the. I know of the pond teeming with fish. I know of the pond teeming with fish. I know of the pond teeming with fish. All right. Next one, 26. Jackie frantically shuffled through her coin purse. She hoped to find another quarter. All right. This Jackie out, don't need it, but look at here. Here's she. Here's she. Well, we need this subject here. We need that, so we're going to bring that over here. Okay? Shuffled to shuffle, to shuffle, and that becomes shuffling, L-I-N-G, shuffling. All right. Frantically shuffling through her coin purse, comma, Jackie hoped to find another quarter. Frantically shuffling through her coin purse, comma, Jackie hoped to find another quarter. Number 27. The teacher relied on Mark's ability to count accurately. She had Mark tally up the scores. All right. Well, don't need this teacher, but look at here. She, so I do need this teacher. I'll take this teacher, use it down here. Okay. Now this is relied, is to rely, and that becomes relying. Okay. Relying on Mark's ability to count accurately, comma, the teacher had Mark tally up the scores. Okay, well, look at here. Here's Mark, and here's Mark. So we can take this Mark and change it to him, because Mark is one boy. All right, so the new sentence is relying on Mark's ability to count accurately, comma, the teacher had him tally up the scores. Relying on Mark's ability to count accurately, comma, the teacher had him tally up the scores. 28. Tom felt hungry. Tom went into the kitchen and opened the fridge. All right, this is easy one. Tom out. It says felt. That's to feel. That's feeling. Feeling hungry, comma, Tom went into the kitchen and opened the fridge. Feeling hungry, comma, Tom went into the kitchen and opened the fridge. All right. Now, 19, 20, 21, 22, we will come back to later. Right now, we're not going to do it. Okay, let's continue. Let's take out our pink. Color the subjects that we are going to change. This man, 29. The kids, 30. Frank, 31. That gang of soccer players. All right. 33. My dad. All right. She. 34. Police, 35. The people, 36. 37. A bell. 38. The road. 39. The room. Okay? Now let's color the verbs that we're going to be changing. You got your orange. 29. Was. 30. Knew. 31. Whispered. 32. Whistled. 33. Put. 34. Is talking. 35. Are investigating. 36. Are waiting. 37. Was ringing. 38. Connects. 39. Overlooks. All right. Now, let's look at the verbs that we are going to be describing. Not verbs, the nouns that we are going to be describing. We're going to be describing this man. We're going to be describing the kids. We are going to be describing he, they, my dad, the woman, they, those people, the bell, the road, room. Okay. These are all very, very, very easy. All right, so let's start. 29. This man was poor. This man didn't spend much money on clothes. All right? I don't need this man out. Here's the verb was. Change it to be. That is being. Being poor, comma. This man didn't spend much money on clothes. Being poor, comma. This man didn't spend much money on clothes. 30. The kids knew that their mom was coming. The kids cleaned the flat. All right? I don't need this subject, the kids, out. This is new. Change it to know. That is knowing. All right. Knowing that their mom was coming, comma, the kids cleaned the flat. Knowing that their mom was coming, comma, the kids cleaned the flat. 31. Frank whispered on his phone in bed. He thought that his younger brother was still asleep. This Frank I don't need, but look at here. The subject is he. I need the Frank. I need the Frank down here. All right. This whisper becomes to whisper. And that is whispering. All right. Let's begin. Whispering on his phone in bed, comma, Frank thought that his younger brother was still asleep. Whispering on his phone in bed, comma, Frank thought that his younger brother was still asleep. 32. That gang of soccer players whistled to themselves. They walked down the street. Okay? Well, I don't need this. The gang of soccer players. Okay? Uh-oh, look at they. So I do need it. All right, so they, I'm going to use the gang of soccer players. I'm going to use it here. All right. Here we have whistled, to whistle. That becomes whistling. All right. Whistling to themselves, comma, that gang of soccer players walked down the road. Whistling to themselves, comma, that gang of soccer players walked down the road. Number 33. My dad put on his jacket. My dad left the house for work. All right, I don't need this. This is to put. Change it to P-U-T, constant, vowel, constant, double T, I-N-G. Putting on his jacket, comma, my dad left the house for work. Putting on his jacket, comma, my dad left the house for work. 34. Do you know the woman? She is talking to my brother Sam. All right? I don't need this. She is talking is to talk. That changes to talking. Do you know the woman talking to my brother Sam? Do you know the woman talking to my brother Sam? That's a question, so don't forget the question mark. Do you know the woman talking to my brother Sam? Question mark. 35. Police are investigating the crime. They are looking for three men. This police out. Oh, it says they. I can't use that they. So I need this police. The police I'm going to use here. All right. Are investigating, to investigate. That changes to investigating. All right. Investigating the crime, police are looking for three men. Investigating the crime, police are looking for three men. Okay? You could also say the police. All right? Investigating the crime, comma, the police are looking for three men. That's better. Again, investigating the crime, comma, the police are looking for three men. 36. Who were those people? The people are waiting outside the restaurant. All right? I don't need the people because it's those people. It says are waiting, to wait. Okay, that becomes waiting. Who were those people waiting outside the restaurant? Who were those people waiting outside the restaurant? That's a question, so you need your question mark. Who were those people waiting outside the restaurant? 37. I was woken up by a bell. A bell was ringing loudly. So here we don't know. We don't know the bell. We don't know a bell, just any bell. So that's important. So this one's out. Was ringing, to ring. Ringing. I was woken by a bell ringing loudly. I was woken up by a bell ringing loudly. Why do we say a bell? Not the bell, not the bell. because we don't know what bell. We don't know, just any bell. 38. The road is very narrow. The road connects the two villages. The road is very narrow. The road connects the two villages. All right, so this road out. This is to connect. And it becomes connecting. All right. The road, comma, connecting the two villages, comma, is very narrow. Again, the road, comma, connecting the two villages, comma, is very narrow. Again, the road, comma, connecting the two villages, comma, is very narrow. All right, the next one, 39. I have a large room. The room overlooks the garden. I don't need that room. This overlooks, to overlook. That changes to overlooking. I have a large room overlooking the garden. I have a large room overlooking the garden. Okay, exercise 2. All right, take out your pink. Take out your pink and let's color the subjects that we're going to get rid of. Number 1, a man. 2, a taxi. 3, the path. This is special. The path. Number 4, it. Number 5, it. Number 6, the name of the flower. All right, take out your yellow. These are the nouns that we are going to describe. The man. 2, the taxi. 3, a path. 4, a factory. 5, a brochure. 6, the name of the flower. All right, take out your orange. These verbs are going to be changed to present participle. Was sitting, was taking, leads, employs, contained, begins. All right, let's begin. Number 1. A man was sitting next to me on the plane. I didn't talk much to the man. I don't need this man. This is was sitting, changed to sit. Sitting, S-I-T, consonant, vowel, consonant, double T, I-N-G. All right, listen. I didn't talk much to the man sitting next to me on the plane. I didn't talk much to the man sitting next to me on the plane. Number 2, a taxi was taking us to the airport. The taxi broke down. This taxi I don't need. Here was taking, so it's to take. That becomes taking. All right. The taxi taking us to the airport broke down. The taxi taking us to the airport broke down. The taxi taking us to the airport broke down. Number 3, there's the path at the end of the street. The path leads to the river. I don't need this, the path. Lead, to lead, becomes leading. Okay? There's a path leading to the river at the end of this street. There's a path leading to the river at the end of this street. There's a path leading to the river at the end of this street. Number 4. A factory has just opened in the town. It employs 500 people. This it out. To employ. Employing. Y-I-N-G. Employing. A factory employing 500 people has just opened in the town. A factory employing 500 people has just opened in the town. A factory employing 500 people has just opened in the town. Number 5. The company sent me a brochure. It contained the information that I needed. I don't need this subject. It. This is to contain or containing. All right. The company sent me a brochure containing the information that I needed. The company sent me a brochure containing the information that I needed. Number 6. Can you think of the name of a flower? The name of the flower begins with T. All right, so first of all, I need to change that to the, because I am very specific about what flower, okay? So you can't say means in general or whatever flower, but I don't want whatever flower, I want the flower, okay? So this is out. Just remember, we're going to use the. This the is going to come here, all right? And we have begins to begin, B-E-G-I-N, N-I-N-G, double N, beginning. Can you think of the name of the flower beginning with T? Can you think of the name of the flower beginning with T? That's a question, so don't forget the question mark. Again, can you think of the name of the flower beginning with T? Okay, very good. Okay, remember in exercise 1, we skipped question 19, 20, 21, and 22. And I told you that they are very different. Let's first look at 20, 21, and 22. Why are those different? Well, these are called the perfect participle phrases. What does that mean? We want to emphasize. Emphasize means make stronger. When we want to emphasize that one event happened before another. So we have A happens before B. So first A, then B. And this is very important. It says emphasize. We want to make certain everybody knows. First A, then B. When we want to emphasize that one event happened before another, we can use the structure having plus past participle. This is sometimes known as the perfect participle. So, having seen the movie before, I wouldn't want to see it again. This happens first. Having seen, having plus PP. Having seen the movie before, first. I wouldn't want to see it again. I don't want to see it again. B, then. First, watch the movie, then decide you don't want to see it again. So having seen the movie before, I wouldn't want to see it again. Number 2, having done so much exercise this morning, we should eat a big lunch. Having, past participle, done. Having done. So you exercised a lot. That's A, first A. First exercised a lot. Then you're hungry. You want to eat a big lunch. First this, then this. So this emphasizes or makes stronger the sentence here. Having done so much exercise this morning, we should eat a big lunch. She was exhausted, having stayed up all night. Having plus past participle, stayed. All right? So she stayed up all night. That's first. Didn't go to bed. The next day, she's exhausted. First this, then this. Okay? So remember, one event happened before another, and you want to emphasize that this happened first. Having plus past participle. All right, let's look at the sentences now. Okay, let's look at number 20. Alice spent each afternoon at the beach. Alice soon had a nice tan. So, she spends every day at the beach first. Then she gets a tan. So we can use having plus PP. Okay, I don't need this subject. Alice, here is spent. We know spend, spent, spent. This is PP, past participle. So, the new sentence is having spent each afternoon at the beach, comma, Alice soon had a nice tan. Again, having spent each afternoon at the beach, comma, Alice soon had a nice tan. 21. Al broke his leg in the first game. Al sat on the bench for the rest of the season. So first he breaks his leg, then he can't play. All right, so I don't need this subject. Al, here's the verb broke. We know break, broke, broken. This is PP. All right, having broken his leg in the first game, comma, Al sat on the bench for the rest of the season. Having broken his leg in the first game, comma, Al sat on the bench for the rest of the season. Number 22. The professor removed his glasses. The professor shook his head with disappointment. Okay, so first he removes his glasses, then he shakes his head. Okay, I don't need this subject, the professor. Here's removed, so I know remove, removed, removed. That's removed, the PP, the past participle. So, new sentence. Having removed his glasses, comma, the professor shook his head with disappointment. Again, having removed his glasses, comma, the professor shook his head with disappointment. All right, now we still have number 19. Let me explain number 19. All right, this is called the passive perfect participle phrases. Remember, what is the passive voice? The object comes in front. We have be plus PP, and then we have by the subject. This is the passive voice. So here we have passive perfect participle phrases. If we want to describe a noun that was passively acted upon in an event that happened before another one, so here again, we have this happened before. So we have A, and then we have B. We have two things happening, okay? And one was a passive, was acted upon, okay? We can use what is known as the passive perfect participle, which is structured as having been plus PP. All right, let's look. Having been dismissed from class early, Thomas decided to explore the river by his house. Okay, so this is first. He was dismissed. The teacher said, goodbye, go home. And then he decided to go exploring. But the teacher dismissed Thomas. So this is the passive, been dismissed. Right? Thomas was dismissed. Thomas was dismissed by the teacher. This is passive. So first, the teacher dismisses him, then he decides to explore. So again, having been dismissed from class early, who is that? Thomas. Having been dismissed from class early, comma, Thomas decided to explore the river by his house. The next one. The turkey, having been burnt to a crisp, was thrown in the garbage. Okay? So first, the turkey burned, it got burned up. This is A, and this is B. Someone decided to throw it away. But the turkey didn't burn up by itself, right? You forgot to take it out. So you burned the turkey. The turkey didn't burn itself. You burned the turkey. So the turkey, having been burnt, that's passive, see? The turkey was burnt by mom. She forgot to take it out. All right, the next one. The book is ancient, having been written nearly 3,000 years ago. So here's this book. Somebody wrote the book, right? See, the book was written by somebody. So this book was written. So here we have been written, okay? Passive. The book is ancient, comma, having been written nearly 3,000 years ago. This is first A, and then we're talking about it, that's B. Okay? Remember, that's called the passive perfect participle phrases. Okay? Now let's do the exercise. Okay, let's look at number 19. The company told Kate of the new job offer. Kate smiled happily. Okay, so here we have Kate, right? And she is being told by the company. The company told Kate, right? So Kate is being told by the company. So this is the passive here, all right? I don't need this Kate, right? I don't need that. And we have the verb tell. Tell, told, told. Here's the PP. All right, watch. Having been told of the new job offer by the company, Kate smiled happily. Again, having been told of the new job offer by the company. by the company. By the company. Kate smiled happily. One more time. Having been told of the new job offer by the company, comma, Kate smiled happily. Okay, kids, thank you for watching this video. Now I need you to do a big favor for me. I want you to like this video, and I want you to leave a comment for me. I want you to write, "Thank you, Mr. Radisha," and then leave your English name. Really appreciate it. Thanks.